What's going on, guys? It's Renita, and I'm here with another reaction video. This one is called 5 Shocking Zoo Accidents. This should be fun. Well, maybe not funny. Hopefully nobody died at any of these accidents. But I love the zoo. I love going to the zoo. But I remember one year when I was little, we went to the zoo. My parents took us. Well, I wasn't little, obviously, because I remember it. But I was like, I'm probably like under 10. And my parents took me to the zoo. And we went to the part with the gorillas, and it was behind that like thick plexiglass. It wasn't like just behind a fence or anything. So you could get like right up to the plexiglass. And a little kid had got up to the plexiglass, and this gorilla came up and smacked the glass. They was beating their chest, and it sounds like a drum. Like, it was so scary, and we got out of there so fast. It was so crazy. But I hear that kind of story a lot. Like, that probably happens a lot, because they probably tired of being in there. They probably tired of people going, ooh, 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 staring at them all day. Like, don't you get irritated when you're somewhere and somebody's staring at you? Imagine people doing it all day. So, these zoo accidents probably ain't accidents. This should be called Animals Fed Up. But I don't know. I ain't even seen the video, so I don't know what it is. But the link to the original video will be in the description down below. So let's watch 5 shocking zoo accidents. Oh, I see blood.
Tatiana the Siberian tiger was born in Denver Zoo in 2003, and she was later transferred to the San Francisco Zoo in 2005. 2 years later, on Christmas Day of 2007, Tatiana somehow managed to escape her enclosure and kill a 17-year-old man and severely injure his 2 friends. Zoo officials were dumbfounded as to how the 320-pound tiger managed to scale a 6-meter-high wall. They suspect she did it because she was provoked. The boy who died suffered cuts to his neck, head and chest. He has spinal fractures and his jugular vein was sliced. During the incident, the park went into lockdown to prevent the tiger escaping. Then, a SWAT team entered and sadly killed Tatiana.
Sadly?
Binky was a polar bear who lived at the Alaskan Zoo in Anchorage. He was found as an orphan on Alaska's northern slope and taken to the zoo, where he quickly became the most popular attraction. One day in 1944, a female Australian tourist wasn't happy with the view through the bars. She wanted to get closer to take a better picture, and she made a silly mistake of scaling the walls. As you can imagine, jumping into an enclosure with a wild predator is never going to end well.
Right.
Binky, the 1,200-pound polar bear, poked his head through the cage and clamped the tourist in his jaws. The tourist suffered lacerations and a broken leg. She managed to escape after others came to her aid and hit Binky with sticks until he let go. She thankfully survived the attack, and the decision was made to let Binky live, but he sadly died a few years later to natural causes. Jabberee was a 13-year-old western lowland gorilla who was housed in an enclosure with 16-foot walls at the Dallas Zoo. In 2004, some kids were reportedly taunting the 300-pound gorilla, to which he climbed those walls and went on a rampage. The gorilla injured multiple people, and at one point he had a 3-year-old child in his jaws whilst gnawing on his head and chest. Jabberee didn't kill anyone, but he did put a few people in hospital. Zoo officials could not explain his rampage or how he escaped. A SWAT team was sent in, and Jabberee was killed when he tried to charge them. Tillicum is a...
This about to make me not like the zoo. Cause like, if you think about it, it is kind of cruel. Like, what's the purpose to the zoo? Like, for us to see animals up close that we would never see because they're so dangerous and all this and all that. So put little robot cameras in their habitat and let us just see pictures. Like, dang, humans, y'all are that thirsty to see them, go in their habitat and just hope you survive. Try to go see them, or just look at pictures. Because this is sounding real cruel, and these animals don't sound like they happy. That's why they going off talking about we can't understand why they did that. Because they don't want to be in there. You think that gorilla don't know? A gorilla is like super smart and can do all this stuff. You don't think he know he keep walking past the same tree every day? You don't think he know that's the same rock every day? That he in a box? You know he not at the house? That's crazy. That's really sad. Then they say, sadly killed the animal. Well, if you really cared about the animal, you wouldn't want them captured and thrown in no zoo anyway.
Orca, who was captured off the coast of Iceland in 1983. He was transferred around until he ended up at SeaWorld Orlando, Florida in 1992. His nickname...
But wait now, don't get me wrong. I ain't no like PETA or nothing. I go to the zoo. I'm just saying, if you gonna be that kind of person where you all super extra about the animals, then don't go visit the zoo in the first place. But I like the zoo.
Tilly, and is the largest killer whale in captivity. He's 6.9 meters long, weighs over 12,500 pounds, and his pectoral fins are 2.1 meters in length. He's the same weight as a fully grown man.
We won't have SeaWorld here no more. I'm in Cleveland. But I did like SeaWorld when it was here. I just like really contradicted myself right there. But hey, I'm not perfect.
African elephant. The first of his incidents came in 1991 when a female trainer named Kelty Bryan fell into the tank with him and 2 other orcas. The orcas were seemingly playing around with the trainer, but she sadly drowned. The second incident came in 1999. A SeaWorld visitor snuck into Tilly's tank after the park had closed. His battered corpse was found the very next day. The third incident happened when he pulled a trainer into the water. Other trainers tried to save her, but to no avail. She died from drowning and blunt force trauma, and unlike most on this list, Tillicum wasn't killed and still continues to perform. A Vietnam War veteran named Terry Thompson owned his very own private zoo in Ohio, USA. The zoo was called the Muskingum County Animal Farm, and in October 2011 it saw one of the biggest zoo tragedies of all time. The 61-year-old owner decided he would free every single animal in the zoo and then shoot himself in the head. The thing is, the zoo was near a town called Zanesville, and that town was about to be overrun with 55 wild animals. The animals included 18 Bengal tigers, 17 lions, 6 black bears, 3 mountain lions, monkeys, grizzly bears and baboons. In the panic, a lion ate one of the monkeys, and the only thing that could prevent all these animals from entering the town was a mass slaughter. A SWAT team intervened and killed every single animal. And that brings this list to an end. If you enjoyed the video, then it would be much appreciated if you give it a thumbs up and shared it. If you're new around here, then what?
That last one was just so stupid. I remember that last one being on the news though, about the wild animals being loose. I didn't know it was somebody's personal zoo that they owned. But kind of makes you not want to go to the zoo. Well, if you just go to the zoo and follow the rules, don't go past barriers and don't try to just poke fun at the animals, because especially not gorillas, because gorillas like and monkeys, they so almost human. Like they get agitated and they get mad, and clearly they can escape. It's like this one. Like I said, I'm in Cleveland. It's this one part in the Cleveland Zoo. I can't remember what animal. It's a cat, but I can't remember what animal. But the cat is behind like a fence, right? But you can get so close. I remember me and one of my girlfriends went to the zoo and we were like super close to this fence, and I kept thinking like, what's stopping him? It's a tall fence and all, but this is a cat. I mean, can he just run back, get a running start, and jump over? You know? That's crazy. I think some of the animals were just born in captivity, so the zoo kind of think that it won't even come into their minds to escape because they were born in it, and then they slack off on how they built the restrictions. Then they escape, then they like, I don't know how he did it. Craziness. Well, the link to the original video will be in the description down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe so you can see all of my reactions. And I'll see y'all for the next one. Also, if there's anything you can think of that you want me to react to, leave it in the comment section and I will react to it. See you.